All right, welcome back to Nostalgia Rewind.
Hey guys, I'm Kris.
And I'm West.
And today we're watching
Waterboy.
It's a classic. You all know it. You all love it.
Adam Sandler. Adam Sandlius.
What?
His last name? Whatever. I think this movie is
Can
near...
Can I go through the...
And here we go. Take it.
So, Waterboy came out in 1998. Description: a waterboy for a college football team discovers he has a unique tackling ability and becomes a member of the team. Starring, of course, Adam Sandler, Kathy Bates, Henry Winkler, Fairuza Balk, Jerry Reed, Lawrence Gillard Jr., Blake Clark, Peter Dante, Alan Covert, Rob Schneider. There's just a ton of people.
Yes.
Brett Rice. Oh, hey, that guy was in Heartbreak, right?
Oh, yeah. A movie we worked on in college. I guess one of the no-name actors there was actually in a movie, Waterboy. It was filmed in Florida.
Oh, Waterboy filmed in Florida?
I mean, I don't know. We'll have to check out the trivia for that.
But yeah, some of it. So, of course, spoilers ahead.
Of course.
And Waterboy, yeah, take the lead. I know this movie is...
All right, so this movie is near and dear to my heart. And I know it may not be a great movie, but this is definitely filled with nostalgia for me. It's filled with nostalgia. I love Adam Sandler. Me and my family love this movie. We thought, or still think, probably, we'll see now, that this is like his Adam Sandler at his funniest. I'm not sure. When I look back and I think about it, I'm like, what am I laughing at? Am I laughing because he sounds funny? Is it because he's like, that's high quality H2O or whatever? Like, is that the humor or is it wholesome? Because I think I like it because it's somewhat wholesome, but we're gonna have to rewatch to see exactly how wholesome it is. And there's, of course, Adam Sandler gross out humor. So, as a child, I thought that was hilarious.
So I think why this was such a staple in my household was, I think we all freaked out because it was filmed parts in Florida, at least parts of it. And I think it's supposed to take place in Florida, right?
Yeah, I think it's like a Florida team.
Yeah.
It's like a swamp. There's alligators.
Yeah. So that was a big deal for my family because, I don't know, we're a bunch of bumpkins that are like, oh,
prideful
Florida!
of our state.
Even though I, can't stand Florida, but yeah, I think that also one of my parents' friends was in the movie. Like he got to be one of the background football players on Waterboy's team. So I think that was another reason why we were all super excited. And I remember we watched it on full screen and they cut him out of the movie and we're like, oh, that's such a bummer. So this is when they started doing the widescreen releases. So we're like, oh, we'll just get it on widescreen and see if we can see him there. We still didn't see him. So so either we missed him or he did get cut out.
He probably still tells that story. He's like, I was in a movie. I mean, don't look at it. It was an old movie, but I worked a day on a film set. Let's just say that. Anybody want to touch me? Anybody? We're from Florida.
Yeah, so those were like the biggest why this was such a... Plus my family really loved Adam Sandler. But that's why, we really liked the movie. From what I can remember...
Yeah, what are some iconic scenes for you? When you think Waterboy, what is it that pops into your mind?
I always think of his little vial or perfume.
Of Alaskan water. and it's always cold.
Yeah. And I just think that it's so stupid. It's just so funny. I don't know.
It's wholesome.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I loved Kathy Bates' character. I love how everything is the devil.
Yes, I like. It's interesting to think because I think Kathy Bates is an excellent actor, and it's crazy that I liked her before I knew like who she was or maybe what she became. I don't know at what point of her career she did Waterboy in. I don't know if she.
I think she was already established.
Then it's interesting that I've always liked Kathy Bates. There was one time I think when I was like in my 20s, I was like, oh, it's Kathy Bates. Yeah. Like I finally started understanding, once I started getting more interested in films and stuff.
Yeah, she's fantastic. Her character is hilarious. I guess mostly the draw of it was that it was Florida, and They really, I mean, they up it a bit from like where we're from in Florida, but it was still like, oh yeah, I can relate to that. Alligators, Everglades.
Right? Yeah, some scenes I remember, of course, the Alaskan water.
Yeah.
I remember when he's like in school and they talk about the Emangluda, Mangada, Dada. Man, I can't even say it. The thing that makes an alligator mad. And then he's like, my mama said that the reason the gator's so mad is because he has all them teeth and no toothbrush. And it was just, I don't know. There's just something about that just innocence that it just reeks of wholesome, and I love it. And I love in movies. My favorite, I guess, character in a comedy is usually the foolish one, the dumb one.
Dummy.
I love that's my favorite character.
They always have the most heart.
It's because they're innocent.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I remember that, and he tackles his teacher who looks like Colonel Sanders from KFC. I remember when like he's imagining, I guess, people insulting him, and it's like Gatorade, and it's Harry Winkler.
Yeah. Henry Winkler.
Harry Winkler.
Henry.
Henry. I think it's Henry. Yeah, it's most definitely Henry.
Yes, it is Henry. I don't know. Whenever you say Harry Winkler, it sounds pervy.
Harry Winkler. Hey, you ladies want to check out my Harry Winkler?
Stop.
Okay, yeah. So another scene I remember is that Henry Winkler has somebody tattooed on his butt cheek. Is it Elvis or something? I don't
remember.
I always thought that was funny. Yeah, and those are the biggest iconic scenes.
Yeah.
It's just immediately what comes into my mind.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I think this movie is still going to be pretty funny. It's a later Adam Sandler.
And I definitely think nostalgia has to do with this, or growing up with it, for me, at least.
Yeah, 100%. But I think it was, I think, like you said, his peak, I mean, still, Big Daddy will always be my favorite. But out of all of his, Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison, like, he was building them up. And then Waterboy it was the later of those early days of him.
Hitting his stride.
Yeah.
I was actually pretty upset that Happy Gilmore didn't hold up like I think Waterboy is going to.
Yeah.
Well,
It was fine, but
yes.
it just wasn't as funny as I'm pretty sure Waterboy is going to be. Hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's still going to be fun. If anything, I think our nostalgia will definitely...
Oh, it'll make up for it.
Yeah.
I think. It's like...
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be a grand old time.
Grand old time. I'm excited for this one.
Me too. Adam Sandler, Prime.
Yeah, Adam Sandler. He owns Netflix. Doesn't he have like the most money on Netflix or something? And people can hate on him all day, but I wouldn't mind having the market on Netflix. Yeah. I get it. It's dumb humor, but why don't you make dumb humor?
His movies are the most popular. That's why he has a bunch of things on Netflix. Like Netflix lets him do all these movies because he's the most popular on Netflix.
Yeah. And then, some people are like, man, I can write something like that and make a bunch of money. It's like, then do it. Write something like that and make a bunch of money. Like,
but they also don't have the clout of being Adam Sandler.
That's true. I'm just saying, people like to diss on Adam Sandler, which is understandable. But, I'm defending Adam Sandler at this point.
Yeah. What I think is interesting is I saw an article the other day. This is going a little off topic, but it was an article talking about how Adam Sandler is actually a great actor because of Uncut Gems.
Yes.
And what I thought was interesting is that I was like, yeah, of course he's a great actor. But then I started thinking about like the people younger than us that didn't grow up with all these classic Adam Sandler movies who only saw like bad ones, Jack and Jill,
and what is it?
The Vacation ones.
Yes, I'm trying to think of it. Like comedians? No, whatever.
I don't know, whatever it is. Yeah.
See, that's how forgettable that is.
Who only saw those and have only seen his Netflix special movies, whatever. And so reading that article, like at first I was baffled. I was like, yeah, of course he's a great actor. What do you all miss? Have you never seen Punch Drunk Love? Or Rain on Me? Like, yeah, he can be serious and he's great. But these people missed him all.
Adam Sandler's like a C student who's like, well, if I tried, I'll get an A. I'm like, yeah, if you did try, Adam Sandler, please.
Because he's done it, yeah.
So he did Uncut Gems. It's like, all right, this one's for me. This one's for me. Oh no, this was for you. This was for you.
Yeah, we still gotta see that. But yeah, so getting back here, it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be good. I'm excited.
All right, here we go.
Let's go.
All right, and we're back, and it holds up. It's great. It's a nice, wholesome movie.
It was a fun time. Yeah, it was great.
It was great.
It still holds up. It's funny.
And it's good and wholesome because the main character is a dummy and he's innocent and he just wants to be a good person and have friends because he never had friends. He was homeschooled. He's from the swamp. Kathy Bates, his mom, raised him. His dad was garbage.
And everybody's mean to him for, no reason. Just because he stutters and he's a little slow. But that's not a reason. So
yeah, but I guess that's all you need to get picked on, I guess.
Yeah. So I had forgotten that this movie is actually supposed to be Louisiana, and it was just filmed all in Florida.
Yes.
I was a little saddened by that. I wish it was just Florida.
Yeah, like filmed and set in Florida.
Yeah.
But a lot of those places definitely was like Florida.
Yeah. And it was filmed like in like 5 different places in Central Florida, so
yeah,
we know where all those places are. Yeah, it was fun. I loved how excuse me. How every time Kathy Bates' character would, they'd show her, she had her own theme music. It was The Devil Came Down to Georgia.
Yeah, with the violin.
Yeah, that would play every time they're going to a scene with his mama, and it worked. It was great. I loved it.
Yeah. I like that. The tattoo that Henry Winkler got was Roy Orbison. I didn't look it up, but I didn't know who that was. But it was funny. Funny. Adam Sandler, killing it, being this character. I love the way they pronounce all their words. Him, his mama, everyone. I liked his love interest, who's like this bad girl. It's like the complete opposite of who he is, and I thought that's why it worked so well.
It is interesting that she's like at one point she's like, do you want me to kill them for you? Like, that's how hardcore she is. But she really likes him.
Yeah.
He is not hardcore at all. He's just the sweetest, most innocent person in the world.
He dulls her edges. I think that's the whole thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The movie was a tight 90. It got to the point. We had a fun time. I mean, like, I don't know what else to say. This is I would recommend it. I mean,
100%.
I definitely feel like a lot of my nostalgia's here, but
it was still funny. Like, I found myself laughing at quite a bit of it.
Oh yeah, you laughed out loud.
Yeah. And that was, I mean, of course, yeah, nostalgia, but there's a lot of this movie that I did not remember because it's been such a long time that I'd seen it. Like, the things I was laughing at, like, it felt like I was seeing it for the first time almost.
That's good. I wish I could see it for the for the first time too.
So I definitely think it holds up, and I definitely think if you've never seen it, it would still be a fun time.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's go through some specific scenes. They use the R word a couple times. The antagonists do, and we're very sensitive to the R word.
But also it makes sense for them to use it. They're mean.
Yeah, they are. They are being mean. I feel like I'm giving it a pass. But it's the antagonists. It's the villains. Like, they are obviously bad people saying this word.
And it works for what it is. Like, obviously we're not all going to be running around saying that word all willy-nilly. But for what it is, it's the meanest thing that they can say to him. And so it's...
to hurt his feelings. Yeah.
So it's okay in that sense.
Yes. Love his Alaskan water that's always cold. Like that his girlfriend, what was her name? Vicky Valancourt?
Yes, I think that's it. He says her name the whole name the whole time.
All the time. Vicky Valancourt. Who was the actress who played her?
Fairuza Balk. Yeah, it's Valancourt.
Fairuza Balk?
Fairuza Balk.
Yeah, well, she was great. Kathy Bates, excellent character actor, always kills it.
She was wonderful. Mm-hmm. Such a delight in anything you see her in. Their accents definitely, like, I was not making fun of, but just mimicking certain words because of the way that, like, the R's would roll and...
Yeah, and the way they would pronounce it. I'm trying to remember some words now.
How they said Roberto was...
Roberto.
I can't even do it right now. But it's such an interesting accent.
My boy ain't going to college.
Yeah. Ain't no boy might go to college. Yeah. It's just like the way that they draw out.
Mm-hmm. It's also fun because like Adam Sandler uses all the same actors, so it's neat seeing all the actors just...
You see them all the time.
It's all the ensemble. What's the guy's name? Like, you can do it.
Rob Schneider.
I mean, not that he's done much, but
He's done quite a bit. I don't know what you're talking about.
I guess he's established himself, and I just haven't seen a lot of his
He had his own
movies.
TV show called This Is Rob or something. I don't think it's good, but we don't have our own TV show, so.
I mean, true that.
Plus, you never saw, like, the Animal or... What's the one where he switches...
The Animal. I think it's called The Animal.
No, the one where he switches with a girl.
Oh, yeah.
The Animal is
I did see that.
Yeah.
I did see that, though.
The hot chick?
The hot chick,
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah, he had his own line of movies.
It did. It was good. I think this movie's very endearing. I think a lot of it is because we grew up in Florida, so it's kind of like relatable.
Yeah. I like when they get on their what are those boats called? Hover boats? Airboats?
Airboats.
I like when they get on that to race to the bourbon bowl.
Yeah. Get on that lawnmower.
Yeah, though I never knew anybody to ride their lawnmower around.
That's true. Never mind.
Though, I mean, it could,
They have lawnmower races.
Yeah, I'm sure there was a place in Florida where they did do that. Just not where we're from.
Yeah. What else? What are some other things? So yeah, that the strong female girlfriend. I wonder how he even got to play on the football team. I know that they forged his his high school, and he had to take the test again. But even then, I mean, he technically passed everything in the test. He was a smart guy. He wasn't dumb.
It's because he was never given the opportunity. Like when he does that flashback, when he's taking the high school equivalency test, the first question is like, in what year did Benjamin Franklin invent history? And it does a flashback, and he's like, Mama, when did Benjamin Franklin invent electricity? And she's like, he didn't invent electricity. I invented electricity. And then that was his education. Like,
getting homeschooled.
So how many things did she tell him where she was like, I invented it? And then he was like, okay, yeah, Mama said.
Mama says you're right.
And then he just went along with that. So it's not that he was dumb. He just wasn't given correct information growing up.
Yeah. And it's crazy that his team made fun of him to the very, not the very end, but all the way through. Like, they won multiple games, and they're still
they're still assholes. Oh, yeah, it was so upsetting. It took so long for them to finally be like, friends, high five. But yeah, this is just so upsetting because they were all such jerks for so long. They hadn't won a game for 4 years, and then when they finally start winning, it's only because of Bobby Boucher. And they still can't muster up whatever and just thank him.
Yeah, I really think this is where Adam Sandler was going up.
Yeah.
Or maybe he peaked at Waterboy.
As far as comedy goes, I would say maybe. Except for Big Daddy. I don't know when Big Daddy came out. That may have been after or before, but Big Daddy's great too. Where's some other? I really, really love how his mom, Kathy Bates' character, comes around. Because in the beginning, you really you want to hate her because she's keeping him down.
Yeah, she's all his problems, really.
Yeah, and I know she didn't inherently mean to keep him down. It was her fear because her husband left, and she was so afraid that Bobby was gonna leave her too. But you can see how she's ruining his life and not letting him be his own person, and it's like, man, this sucks. So it's really nice that she finally does come around, and she's like, yeah,
right,
foosballs for my Bobby.
Foosball, you ain't playing that foosball now.
And it's great. It really is just a wholesome comedy. I can't really think of anything that was terrible.
Yeah, not much. Every person was great, I think.
Yeah. So I mean, really, I think you all should just go and watch it yourself because it's fun, and it's on. What did we watch it on? It's on Netflix. So you got the flicks. You can watch.
Turn your brain off.
So you want an hour and a half of just wholesome comedy,
wholesome silliness.
Especially if you're from the South, you'll probably appreciate it more. But anyone can like it. Anyone can love it.
Yeah.
Because it's just fun time. So I guess we can get into that trivia?
Yes.
All right. Yes. So this film is the highest grossing sports comedy of all time, while another Adam Sandler vehicle, The Longest Yard, is the second highest grossing sports comedy of all time.
Of all time?
This is why Netflix keeps giving Adam Sandler whatever he wants.
I'm not saying... But then again, how many sports comedies are there?
I don't know. I don't like sports, so I'm not actively looking for them.
That's true. But that's crazy to think about. But yes, That's why Adam Sandler's top on Netflix.
Henry Winkler's role as Coach Klein came about after he was mentioned in Adam Sandler's huge hit, The Hanukkah Song, where Sandler sang about various Jewish or half-Jewish entertainers. Sandler said correctly that the actor who played Arthur, Fonzarelli, on Happy Days, is Jewish, and Winkler was thrilled by the reference and contacted Sandler to tell him so. Sandler then decided to ask Winkler if he would read the script for the coach's role and then say if he wanted to take the part. Winkler did so and immediately signed on to the film.
Nice.
That's awesome.
That's a good story.
That is. And I'm glad that all worked out because Henry Winkler was fun as this coach. He did great. The South Central Mud Dogs Stadium is the DeLand High School football field in DeLand, Florida. The school agreed to let director Frank Karachi? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's not Karachi because that sounds terrible. But
can I have some Karachi on the side, please?
They agreed to let the director use the field if he paid for the stadium to be refurbished after filming. That ain't a bad deal.
That's not a bad deal. That's how you get a movie done.
Right? As of 2010, this is Adam Sandler's highest grossing film at the U.S. box office. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if it still is.
Right.
I don't know how much has changed in the past.
I mean, with inflation.
But
maybe?
what films has he come out with in the last decade from 2010?
I mean, there has to be something. We'll have to look it up.
I don't think they did as well as this, though. When the film was released in November of 1998, it was preceded by the trailer for Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Many Star Wars fans who were not fans of Adam Sandler paid the full admission price and sat through the trailer, then left the theater.
What?
So this trailer played before the film. And
Star Wars.
The Star Wars trailer played before The Waterboy.
Okay.
So people who were Star Wars fans just paid for the ticket so that they can go see the trailer.
Oh, okay.
Which is also another reason why this is probably Adam Sandler's highest grossing film.
He was riding on the coattails of Star Wars.
Yeah. Kathy Bates was convinced to take the role of Helen Mama Boucher by her niece, a longtime fan of Adam Sandler.
Wow, it's nice too. It's like, I'm only doing this because my niece, not even my daughter or anything, my niece told me or likes you.
Suggested, yeah. Most of the extras playing fans at the Bourbon Bowl are UCF students.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
There were 2 mules trained for this film named Steve and Billy. The mule in the film is Steve. Steve would not bray excitingly, so when a mule is heard, it is Billy braying. Also didn't know it was called braying.
Braying. That's when they neigh?
I guess, yeah.
I'm over here like...
But they don't neigh. I guess horses neigh and donkeys bray. The more you know.
They had a couple funny bits in there with them.
The inspiration for this movie is a combination of Adam Sandler's song The Lonesome Kicker, Canteen Boy, and The Cajun Man, sketches from Saturday Night Live. Never seen any of those, but okay. Captain Insano, the pro wrestler that Bobby idolizes in the film, is played by Paul White. I don't know.
Was he an actual wrestler?
He's a pro wrestler who wrestled in WCW before it was bought out by the WWE in 2001. He's known as The Big Show.
The Big Show, yes.
That name sounds familiar.
I've heard that name, yes.
The climatic Bourbon Bowl scene was filmed at the Citrus Bowl in Orlando, Florida. However, the flyover shown in the film is actually at Williams-Brice Stadium at the University of South Carolina in Columbia, South Carolina.
Movie magic, huh?
Right. This is the 3rd movie where Adam Sandler's character, love interest, Vicky Valancourt, has the initials VV, after Veronica Vaughn in Billy Madison and Virginia Bennett in Happy Gilmore.
Aw, that's pretty fun.
Why.
That's like a fun little motif that maybe you can carry on through your films or something. Is
I
his
wonder
wife
if he continued to do it.
Is his wife Vivi?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know though. The cheerleaders and outfits in the film were donated by Boone High School in Orlando, Florida.
Shout out to Boone.
You didn't even go there.
Yeah, I know.
The first of many Adam Sandler movies to feature Rob Schneider, as we all know. The Robbie Schneids. Yep. Coach Red Bailouz, right? Was that how they said his name? Bailouz. Last name is French and literally translates to beautiful place in English.
That is nice. West, beautiful place.
Right. The film is included on the film critic Robert Ebert's most hated list.
Robert Ebert. What does he know? Being one of the biggest movie critics of all time.
The scene on the airboat with Bobby, his mama Helen, and Vicky was filmed on the Crooked River in Claremont, Florida.
That's cool.
I've never been to that river. Never even heard of that river.
We have rivers? I'm just kidding.
No, just Everglades.
I say we like I live there. They have rivers?
I guess so. When Bobby, Mama, and Vicky are at the barbecue, Mama Boucher says before leaving, "Now you come on inside, for that little old witch casts a spell on you." Firuza Balk played a witch casting spells in The Craft, and in The Worst Witch as Mildred Hubble.
Interesting. Do you think it was like a reference to that? You think it was referencing her in The Craft? Or did The Craft come afterwards?
No.
Okay.
No, that it was 2 years before.
That's a fun reference.
That is. I don't know. That line could have been written before she was cast, or maybe they changed it after she was cast to be like,
you know her.
Jokes. That was another thing I wanted to know at that barbecue scene. They're frying up or they're grilling baby alligators. And then Firuza Balk's character just bites off the head of the gator. And I want to know what it is that she's actually eating.
It looks pretty squishy, too.
Yeah. Maybe you think it's like a gelatin?
I want to say a hard gelatin. Like when she bites it, I can almost feel what it feels like. Like a colored taffy. I don't know.
Maybe like a candy. Mm-hmm. Adam Sandler's favorite classic movie of all time is The Wizard of Oz. And Firuza Balk played Dorothy in Return to Oz.
Yeah.
Henry Winkler's first appearance in an Adam Sandler movie. I wonder if he made more after this.
Wasn't he in Little Nicky?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think he was. Maybe for one scene or two scenes.
We'll have to watch that one.
Yes.
Next. The Offspring song Original Prankster prominently features a sample of Rob Schneider's character, the townie from The Waterboy, uttering the line, "You can do it." That's funny. The first of many Adam Sandler movies to reach $100 million at the U.S. box office. Again, this is why Netflix just lets Adam Sandler do whatever he wants.
Adam Sandler can be like, yo, Netflix, give me another movie.
Oh, the director played Bobby's father, Robert, or Roberto.
Oh, the director was Roberto? Mm-hmm. I like that. I like that trivia.
Yeah. And
Roberto, I'm your father.
And he's only 7 months older than Adam Sandler in real life.
We can be partners.
His dad was garbage.
I like that a big joke, and I know this is kind of screwed up, but like just the joke, him being cross-eyed. Actually, he wasn't even cross-eyed. He just
looked up?
His head is down, but his eyes look up.
Yeah. The box office success of the movie allowed for more budget for Big Daddy, which was filming at the time of this movie's release. So Big Daddy was after.
There you go. But Waterboy made it happen.
That's true, as we just read. The message behind the film is, it doesn't matter what other people think of you, you can achieve anything.
See, what a wholesome, strong, beautiful message. I love it.
Some quality H2O.
That's some quality H2O right there.
So that's most of the trivia. Most of all the trivia.
Yeah, most of the trivia.
So yeah,
I think this movie holds up. I think it's still good. If you just take it as it is, a nice, silly, dumb, but wholesome movie about, a boy who just wants to have friends and be better over there in the bayou.
He just wants to live a normal life.
Just a normal life. And he gets it. And he's, if you like The Fool in comedies, this is definitely the Fool's movie.
Yes.
And it's
like the
great.
Fool's anthem right here.
Yeah, the Fool's anthem is Waterboy. Yeah, there's really not much to say. It's hard to talk about a movie that it's just good. I like it.
Yeah, there's no scenes that was like, oh, that was weird or messed up, or like there's just everything was top notch.
It all worked for me.
Yeah, so definitely check it out if you haven't, or just go back and rewatch it. I don't think you'll be disappointed. If you are, don't come at me.
Maybe we'll try some more Adam Sandler movies and go through the ups and downs of his career. And that can be a fun nostalgia run. Yeah. Little Nicky next.
Ooh, yeah. But I really want to watch Big Daddy.
Or Big Daddy next. This one was my movie, so we can do Big Daddy next.
Okay. So yeah. Again, yeah, it was great. Watch it.
Like and subscribe. Let us know what we should do next, or what we should cover, or what we should talk about.
Yeah, hit us up.
What interests you? Anything.
Let's start a dialogue.
Please. Let's start a dialogue.
All we want is friends. I'm just kidding.
Mama always said. All right.
Yeah, so it was great. Thanks for listening.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Ding, 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 ding.